Hey there, Virgo, come on in and let's get to your energy forecast for the week of May the 19th through to the 25th. Hey there, everyone. My name is Lee Shanks, aka Intuitive Lee, and we're working in the sign of Virgo. And we're starting off with the Wild Offering Oracle by Tasha Silver. I'll pull a card from this deck and it will be your overarching energy for the week ahead. All right, let's get into it. Self-acceptance, right off the hopper, people. Self-acceptance. Ooh, that's a big one. Nothing is more exhausting than endlessly working on yourself. When you offer your whole being fully to love, self-acceptance arises spontaneously. May I rest in your oneness, dear divine. Basically, allowing that self-acceptance that says, I am perfectly imperfect just the way I am. Doesn't mean we don't want to improve things about ourselves or change things or work on things. It just means that this version of me that exists right here, right now, nothing wrong with it. I'll take it. And I got here not by chance, but by choice and circumstance. And so there's no coincidences. This is where I am and how I perceive myself to be and how I'm projecting or expressing myself in this lifetime. But through that, I accept it all. And if I choose to make changes, I can, but I certainly don't have to, right? Because you are perfectly imperfect just the way you are. And I'll tell you right now, if somebody in your environment, in your circle, does not accept you the way you are, please allow that to be a them problem and not a you problem. Please don't take somebody else's lack of acceptance for who you are to be your sole source of validation for who you are. That validation, please know, can come from the inside first, that you accept you. And trust me, I get it. I know I did the journey, that one that takes me from I'm not good enough to I'm perfectly imperfect just the way I am. It took me 3.5 years of working on that on a regular, intentional basis. In the meantime, I learned to accept where I was on my journey, knowing that day to day, choice by choice, every step I took forward, I can improve who I wanted to be. I didn't have to be the person that I was. And I've learned to move forward in full acceptance of the version I am now, knowing that on the daily, I choose to wake up just a little bit better than I was yesterday. Right? And that means that I'm improving on how I meet life and how I express myself in this lifetime. Much more patience with who I am and this version of me. All right, where are we going for the beginning of your week? It's all about the women supporting women. Yes, you being in a circle. This is not gender specific, people. Let's not get hung up on that now, please. This is all about the idea of being in a supportive circle, making sure that the people that are around you are accepting you as you are without trying to change who you are, right? If they don't like the way you dress or wear your makeup or do your hair or the way you word things, if they're not accepting you and they're giving you the impression that you somehow need to change to get that acceptance, they don't belong in your circle, right? When people get you as you are and accept you as you are, that's your tribe. That's your people. That's who you surround yourself with, right? Doesn't mean that people can't want better for you and encourage you to do better, but this should not be at the cost of making you feel like you're less than in the version of yourself that you now have, right? All right, toward the middle of the week. Ooh, breaking some false beliefs here through the wisdom of the owl. I love that. And I love it, of course, anytime an owl shows up, but we all know why. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves, you can't make this shit up, people. Once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways that we can release the false limitations they confine us to. Wow, just a huge transformational week for you here, Virgo, in the sense of you can become the person that you want to be authentically, right? No matter what that looks like to others or how accepting others are of you. It's none of their business. If people, I have friends in my life that I have definitely changed, particularly in the last 10 years as I followed my spiritual and healing journey. Many of my friends that were not ready to take a healing journey of their own and then laid judgments upon me and found me wanting in some way, shape, or form. And those relationships have just sort of fallen by the wayside. I didn't end them. They didn't end them. We've just stopped crossing each other's paths as often. I do find that the people that have supported me through the changes, through the uncertainty, that accepted me in every iteration of myself that I have found as I make my way back to being the authentic version of me, not what society or my family expected, that those people stand by me and see me for me and accept me without trying to draw me back into that previous version to make them comfortable. And this is what you're going through this week, Virgo. And I just want to give you a pat on the back and big hug that's nice and gentle, because I get it. It's not an easy journey, but oh my God, I promise you it is so, so worth it. Okay. And then, yeah, at the end of it, we have the forgiveness. And it says the hurt blocks our light. And this is, in this case, really talking about, number one, self-forgiveness. Forgiving yourself for those previous iterations of you that you thought you needed or had to be, right? You were doing, saying, being who you thought you had to be to meet others' expectations of you, to try to fit into the world. And that's really society sending that message in that that's what you had to do, when, again, that was to make society comfortable, not you. Now it's all about moving forward in that forgiveness. One, for society, look, at you don't know who I am. And I get that you don't accept me being this authentic version of me, but if you can't accept me as I am, then you just need to keep moving on there, buddy. And you accept me, every iteration, every change I make, all the growth and pain that I'm going through. There you are, standing at my side, rooting me on. So guess what? You're my tribe and I welcome you in. Those are the people you want to keep close to you, right? All right, Virgo, it sounds like a week of transformation here for you, for sure, as you come into your own and really truly figure out who's there to support you, and letting you find your way to that internal validation, right? That is far more self-affirming than anybody else's version of you or their opinion. All right. Take care. Blessed be. Please leave me a comment in the chat below. Let me know how you're enjoying the readings. And I look forward to seeing you back here next week. Blessed be one and all. This is Intuitive Lee signing off. Please check me out at leeshanks.com or on Instagram or Facebook at Intuitive Lee. Blessed be now. Bye-bye.